Hey there! Welcome to Sounds Like Adventure. It's me, Jack. How you going? Sounds Like Adventure is a fully independent Australian actual play podcast, and you have tuned into Space Like Adventure. This is our current campaign, and it's a sci-fi campaign set in the world of The Expanse. I'm Jack, I'm your DM, and in each and every episode, I'm going to be joined by the following 5 wonderful people.
Hi, I'm Kes. Hi, she, her, my pronouns. I play Atea. She is a wannabe CEO who has nothing to lose anymore.
Hello, I'm Derek. He, him are my pronouns, and I play as Trevor, the former pro wrestling champion with the heart of gold.
Hi, I'm Jazzy. I use any pronouns, and I play Shrike, who is the resident young angsty belter, trying to figure out where she belongs in life.
Hi, my name's Arlo. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm playing as Flint Bancroft, a former Martian naval officer with severe daddy issues.
Hi, I'm Jacob, he, him pronouns, and I play Mo, former beat cop and current drunken mess.
And me, I'm Jack, of course, the DM of this campaign, and my pronouns are he, him, and I play everyone else. So now you know who we are. Let's get into the real story. This is Space Like Adventure, a Sounds Like Adventure actual play all about a ragtag group of misfits overcoming their corporate overlords in The Expanse. Hey there, we're back. It's another episode of Sounds Like Adventure. Hey, it's me, Jack. How you going? Really excited about today's episode because things are really starting to move at the secret asteroid base. So we'll dive into the action as soon as possible. But I just wanted to let you know that Kes is out for this week and next week because she was out celebrating her birthday when we recorded. So happy birthday, Kes. But in today's episode, in the last episode, the crew decided to split the party. And as a result, Trevor was off pretending to be a combat instructor with Mo, while Flint and Shrike watched helplessly as Atea had a harrowing experience on the outside of the space station. When we pick things up today, Atea has just managed to make her way back inside the station by the skin of her teeth, and the crew is planning their next move. All right, let's find out what happens. A young Earther sits at a desk on Luna, and he controls a panel that manages the mag locks of several docking ports. And he sips coffee from a bulb. It's like this round thing that prevents coffee from getting out in 0G. As he's sipping it, he gets an alert on his screen. And it says, Docking Bay 65 has clearance to undock and is requesting access to do so. He's like shuffles the coffee around and he presses the button and he watches this ship float out of this hangar bay. It's not quite like any other ship that he's seen before. Sleek, aerodynamic. And there's this stripe of this like very specific red along the side of it. And he just sort of watches it for a while. And eventually it floats out of the orbit of Luna and he sees its drive plume fire up and it heads off on the vector that it lodged on the flat plant. He looks down at his panel and there's like a little light blinking on the panel indicating the ship. And he notices the name of the ship for the first time. Looks down at it and he sort of like shakes his head a little bit like, that's weird. And it says, the SS Smell Ya Later on it. Sort of like scoffs at himself, like, stupid name. And then he goes over to grab his hand terminal so he can take a photo of it to show his friends. And as he comes over, the light indicating the ship just blinks off. He's like, that's weird. That shouldn't even be possible. So he looks back up into the sky where the drive plume was before. And it's still there. But is it heading in a different direction? Then we cut back to Flint, Atea, and Shrike. Atea's just hit the deck and made it back inside. The wall that separated the rooms retracts back into the roof, and you guys are free to do something here. So, she slams into the deck. You guys have been sort of like powerless up until this point. What are you guys going to do, Shrike and Flint?
I think immediately Shrike would, or like, there's no wall like separating them anymore.
No.
I think she would just immediately go up to her and like try to help her up and see if she's okay. Just check for anything.
I think same thing. Flint would rush across as well just to make sure she's actually okay.
Yeah.
So I think you get to Atea, and she seemed quite shaken up by the whole situation, but unharmed. She does have like a predictably unhinged response to the event that just happened. But, that passes after a time. I don't know, does anyone, just for story's sake, does anyone chastise Atea for pulling the lever for no reason or anything like that?
I don't think Flint does.
I can't believe it either. Honestly, like she would have probably just like pulled her into a hug and just asked if she was okay, because I don't think she would have cared about that. Just wanted to make sure her friend was okay.
And not that we have to make you play Atea here, Jack, but I think unfortunately Flint's entire once Atea's okay, he's getting more information about the Martian ship that he saw, exact descriptions, how long it would take to get to it, if he can get to it, and getting as much of that information as he can.
Great. So I think Atea is probably pretty shaken up, and as I said earlier, she's not really a ship person, so she probably wouldn't have like fully clocked it in the same way that like a military mind would. Yeah. But she's like, look, it seemed a bit out of distance. It seemed further than I could jump from here, but it's like underneath. And like she would have noticed that it seemed like it was like docked to something. So like maybe from your perspective that you would think maybe there's a way from the asteroid, from the station into this ship, basically.
Fantastic. Great.
So, now that you guys have had this chat and Atea seems sort of like shaken up, but she's like fine enough to go on with you unharmed in that way, she'll continue along with you guys. So now you've made it through this harrowing event, you're free to put the code into the terminal and decide your next move. So what are you guys going to do next?
What were the other two rooms that we hadn't been to that you mentioned?
You haven't been, so you know that Mo and Trevor went to the multi-purpose room.
Yep.
So you guys, if you're looking at the blueprint from earlier, you would be able to see that's up to the left from where you guys are. You guys are now down towards the bottom of the where the blueprint is. Mm-hmm. So there's a room that you would sort of have to go past where the multi-purpose room is, and then there's a room marked security room, and then over to the right there's another room marked lab, and then there's the other way down to the way you guys came back in, basically. So backtracking essentially.
I think Flint will firmly grab Shrike's arm. We're going to the lab.
That sounds almost like a threat. You can just tell me, hey, Shrike, we should go to the lab.
We should go to the lab.
Okay, that's better. Okay, sure.
Great.
Maybe phrase it like that next time. It was kind of scary.
Apologies for scaring you.
Yeah,
We're going to the lab.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Great. Okay, same page. Lab. Let's go. We don't need to wait for Mo or Trevor. We'll catch up with them later.
Okay. Sure.
Head to the lab, please, Jack.
Okay, so you guys decide to make your way off to the lab, and that happens. Then we cut to the other guys in the multi-purpose room here.
I feel like Mo's still lying on the floor, gasping for breath.
So yeah, Mo's still lying on the floor, gasping for breath, and the crowd has mostly left the room. And as the last few stragglers leave the room, maybe Mo, from your vantage point, lying flat on your back, you like look back up and you can see the terminal that you spotted earlier. So yeah, now would probably be a good time for you to also go and put the code in with everyone sort of leaving this room.
And Mo like taps Trevor on the ankle from on the floor, and he's like, big man, can you get the terminal while I catch my breath?
Yeah, I can do that. Let's do it. You good though? Gives me like a slap on the chest.
Just need a sec. Just need a second.
Like you slap the winded man on the chest straight away. Trevor, you go over and you start putting the code into the terminal. It's not a complicated process. It's like, uploading a USB stick type of thing. So you just start that. While that's happening though, Mo, with you laying on the ground, you notice Margaret from the woman who was leading the demonstration before seems to be having like kind of a tense conversation. And it's like within earshot of where you are laying. But you'd need to focus and pay attention to you.
Yeah, I would try it under the guise of still laying on the floor as if I'm recouping, but listening in.
Selling the performance for the routine. You overhear her and she's like, "Yep, okay, yes, yeah, the lockdown's happening. Yes, I'm taking it serious." And she gets cut off. She's like, "A VIP is coming here." Okay, well, yeah, I guess thanks for letting me know. And she stuffs her hand terminal in her pocket and she rushes off. And it's about this time that Trevor finishes putting the code into the terminal and you guys meet back up, ready to make your guys' next move here. So what are you guys going to do next?
I think Mo immediately is like, okay, big boy. She just mentioned something about a lockdown. Can't imagine we'd like to be stuck on this station, and I feel like that would go pretty awry. Maybe we need to find the others and figure out where we go from here.
I think so, yeah, because we still need one more terminal, so maybe we just quickly grab that one.
We need to find those doctors as well. So, I mean, that's first protocol. And, I think we make it out of the room. And I hate to say it, but I feel like we'd walk down to the viewing room to check first. Because we know that that's where they went. I know, but we would, So, I mean, you can tell us that just nothing happens there if you want, Jack. But that is what we would... where we would go.
I feel like you guys would bump into each other as you were walking down the hallway. You guys head off and you start walking towards the viewing room. And as you do so, you see Flint, Shrike, and Atea coming the other way. What do you guys do?
Bancroft, we found a terminal. You got a terminal?
Yeah, we've got a terminal.
So one left. Thoughts?
We're going to the lab.
Lab it is. Let's go.
Wasn't an invite, but sure, let's go to the lab. Let's all go to the lab together.
Glad you guys are okay as well.
Yes, of course. As are we, Trevor. Yes, they're all happy to see everyone's doing well.
There it is. So you guys make your way over to the lab. And as you arrive, you see there's like a bit of a line that is formed. It's like something of a commotion. At the front of the line is a large figure in a jumpsuit, and he seems to be wearing riot gear, and he speaks through a megaphone. He's like, "All right, people, sorry, the labs are in lockdown. We'll get back in there just as soon as we can, but there's been news of a potential threat incoming, so until lockdown clears, no one gets in, no one gets out." And there's like a grumble of annoyance from the crowd.
Mo would lean into Flint, sort of to try to avoid saying this out loud in where everyone can hear him. Be like, overheard someone in where me and Trev were mentioned lockdown and a VIP coming to the station. Might be the cause.
To find VIP.
Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe we check the security room, see if we can get this last terminal, maybe lift a lockdown.
Yeah. Flint's great idea. Let's go do that. Flint's very excited by the idea of someone important being here.
Great.
Scared.
Whatever that means.
So you make your way over to the room marked security room. And when you arrive, the door to the room is open. And you can overhear a person inside speaking. And you can only hear one side of the conversation. They seem to be talking down a radio to someone else. They're like, "Oh, hey, mate. You must be bloody hanging for a beer over there. Right? Yeah, sorry. All right. Looks like some kind of explosion in the old mining tunnels." Oh, it's probably them rocks, some bloody old rocks dislodging them old pirate traps again. It's like, yeah, okay. You want me to send someone? This stuff happens all the time, eh? You know how it is. Before you went up, yeah, okay. I'll send through someone through the storage. All right, okay, all right. It's all good. I get it. The VIP's coming. It's important. I'll send someone across the surface of the asteroid, right? They'll go all the way around, all out there. They'll go out to the old bloody ventilation grate, and then they'll scale down. They'll go through the tunnels, and see if everything's all right. And look, I'll let you know if anything's wrong. It'll be fine. So you guys all overhear this, and that if someone goes out and looks around, they're going to find the Ebenezer Hazard. They just described the exact spot where you parked the ship, basically. So he seems to still be wrapping up the conversation over here. So you've got a little bit of time where you guys can put together a plan here or something like that. But yeah, what are you guys going to do?
Can Mo walk in the room and go, sorry, man, I forgot your name. I was dealing with you the other day. I was just in storage. Yeah, I mean, seems pretty urgent. I was just in storage, and there was like some sort of blowing up thing.
I'm on the phone.
Oh, sorry. All right, I'll wait.
Sorry, bloody these idiots. They come in here and just tell me. Anyway, so look, here's what I'm going to do. All right, I'll get it sorted. So, but yeah, just don't worry. I have to it might take a little bit. So I just I'll love you and leave you. But we should get up. He's hung up. That's okay. Must be busier. What are you? What's your problem, mate? Who are you?
Oh no! Look, I was just in storage and heard a bit of a rumble behind the door that goes out to the thing. Sounded like an explosion or something. But yeah, I think someone must have knocked something or pressed the wrong button or something. I'm not too familiar.
What are you talking about? What do you mean? What's this?
Sounded like there was an explosion on the other side of the storage room.
Oh, the explosion! Oh, yeah, I was just on the phone about the explosion.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, I think someone's pressed the wrong button or something. It's like, yeah.
Seriously? Explosion button? What
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the station.
Who are you?
I was speaking to you the other week.
When?
Like the other week, in the lunch hall.
But when?
Mars.
Mars? This
Not
isn't
Morris.
Morris.
No, my name's Morris. We met the other week.
Give me a deception or a communications test here. You're trying to just convince him at the moment that you are someone and that you've met this guy.
Yeah, just that I've met him in passing in a lunchroom. Yeah.
Okay, give me a 10 on this. This is probably not too hard to convince that you may not remember someone.
People forget people's faces all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
Jack, are any windows or cameras in this room?
What do you mean by that?
No, there's screens. Yep. There's lots of screens and stuff like that.
And
if you're probably looking around, you would probably clock a terminal that you would probably want to drop something into in this room. You would just need to make sure this guy's distracted while you do it.
Fantastic. And just to fact check, he was giving the guy directions on how to get to our ship. That's the way he was directing someone to go.
No, he was saying what he was going to do. So basically what he has said that he is going to send someone around to go and take a look at the ship. You guys have a moment here to prevent him from doing
Fantastic.
that.
That's all I needed to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Great. So yeah, just beat a 10.
15.
Oh yeah, Morris. Yeah.
I mean, I guess the thing is are we okay to go out that door and check out what happened out there, or?
Look, I was just talking to, buddy Gary. He used to be he used to be down here with us, but then he went up to the bloody high security.
Oh,
so
yeah, Ivory Tower. So it's like, yeah,
he just won't even have a beer anymore. He won't even have a joke anymore. You know how it is? I know he's hanging for what? It's bloody ridiculous. Anyway, so he was saying, I got to send someone over the asteroids to go have a look. So, yeah, they know about the explosion up top as well.
well, like, can I just get clearance through that door in storage, and I can just have a look through there? It sounded like it was just on the other side of the door, and I just don't have a card for it or anything. So, like, if I could just get a card, I can go check it out for you and just report back. Take us 2 seconds. Finishes your problem, and I can help out.
I don't think there is a card. What do you mean?
Oh, I just wanted to check that I wasn't going to get vented as soon as I went through that door. I'm not too familiar with the station yet. Like I said, I've only been here for a couple of weeks, and
Gives a communication there. That's harder. What you're going to do. This is going to be a 14.
oh, you watched me get terrible this time, even though I got 15 last time. Yes.
Nice.
Couple of weeks, eh? I didn't realize we brought in any new people within the last couple of weeks.
Oh, you know that Haig guy?
No.
This guy, his name was Haig. He recruited me off of Tycho Station. It dropped me off and said that I could earn a good packet, and sort of been there ever since.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you want to go out the maintenance store? Yeah, sure.
I mean, if you need someone to check, I'm more than happy to help.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, I haven't let on that I'm part of the group or anything. No. So I'm just gonna stroll out of the room at this point and connect.
Okay, so you guys have all seen this happen. Yeah. And you notice that he turns back to the terminal very quickly as Mo leaves. You got a moment here to do something.
Perfect. As soon as Mo leaves, Flint's going to step into the room and close the door after him.
Oh my god.
Yep, you do that.
And hurriedly walk up as close as he can and firmly grab his arm and wait for acknowledgement.
Okay, so he's typing. You grab.
Can I see what he's typing?
He says, person mentioned deep cover asset, potential infiltration.
Has he sent that?
No, it hasn't been sent yet.
Okay. Flint's going to draw his gun and press it into the side of his chest and tell him to...
Whoa, mate. You look like you're hanging for a beer.
Delete the message.
Sure, yep. Deleting it right now. You see him delete it off the screen.
What do you know about the VIP?
Nothing about the VIP. No, nothing at all.
Do you have anyone you can ask?
I could give Gary a call.
No, it's not a call. It's messages. We don't need to talk.
Before he wasn't really very nice to me.
Oh, we could call Gary back and ask if you want. I can sit here with you as we talk to him.
What do you want to? What do you want me to
Just
ask?
want to know who the VIP is.
Who the
where
VIP
they're coming from.
is?
Yeah, that's a simple question.
Yeah, right. Sure. I'll give him a call. Can you give me an intimidation roll here?
Happily.
I imagine that it not being so far, Mo's probably already started to just sort of stood in the hallway for a little bit, and then sort of turned back and realized the door's closed and Flint's gone, and he's in with the guy by himself.
Intimidation come under?
Oh, maybe it's just a communication roll. Sorry.
Communication. Can I use etiquette?
Or breach thereof.
It's only a 13.
So you asked him to call Gary.
Yeah, if he wants to.
Okay, with a 13, I think it's a successful roll there. So what you see with this successful roll is you see him have his hands up, and he's like, yeah, sure, I'll go. And you notice him in this moment drop his hands quickly and start going for a gun at his hip.
Oh, I'm going to have to shoot him.
I can see the war of Arlo and Flint there. That was like...
I think the second he sees his hand drop, he shoots.
Yeah. Shoot him, point blank range. You kill this
pressed
guy.
up against him right in the side.
Would we be able to hear this from outside?
I assume so.
No, not these
fantastic.
rooms.
Thanks
These
a lot
rooms
for
are
that.
soundproof when the doors are closed.
That's why I asked.
Awesome.
So yeah, you get him. He's just. So I guess you guys really are those people we've been worried about.
Flint wants to take his gun.
Yeah, you take his gun.
Fantastic. Awesome.
It's just like another pistol.
What do I want to do here? He's on a chair, right? I don't know. I want to restrain him to the chair in some kind and move him away from the terminal.
Yeah.
You know
he's
what?
bleeding
I'll look
out
back
as well. Like he's
that's
gonna
good.
die.
He'll be dead in no time. That's fine.
Minor inconvenience.
Minor inconvenience. I think I'll look back to the door. I'm assuming y'all are watching. And I think
the door's closed. They don't
They close the door behind you.
Great. And then allow Flint's gonna. I like to think he's on some kind of wheelie chair and just like slide it against the back wall and watch the guy slump to the ground. And then he's gonna rush over to the door and open it.
Mo, you could see Mo like walking up to the door as you open it. I would say, you'd be like, Bancroft, everything all good?
Self-defense. Can one of you go check the terminal really quickly?
In the room?
And I think he'll grab you by the arm and drag you in, and you'll see the scene of what the room is.
Mo turns to Flint. Bancroft, I thought we agreed not putting us in danger here. This is clearly putting us in danger.
I was in danger. Now, if you wouldn't mind checking the terminal, and I'll check on our friend over here.
I mean, we're past the point of no return now. I don't agree with this, Bancroft, and this is a slippery slope.
Mo, he knew your act wasn't true. He was about to send a message. So if I didn't intervene, we could have been up the creek without a paddle. So you're welcome. Now, if you wouldn't mind, terminal.
I can appreciate that, Mo will be checking the terminal as he's talking, and we'll, like I can appreciate that, Bancroft, but surely we could have subdued him without this.
Perhaps a bit of respect to your captain.
Yeah, you ain't my captain. And he'll keep checking the terminal.
So you're putting the code into the terminal when you say you're checking the terminal?
Yep.
Okay, great. So you put the last code into the terminal and you will get a chime through your comms. It's Mia. And she says, "All right, I've got you. Lifting the lockdown." And that is where we're going to end it. It's heating up. And Flint, has he gone too far? Well, you'll have to find out in the next episode. And to make sure you don't miss that episode, make sure you've subscribed to the podcast on the podcast app that you're listening on right now. And hey, if you've never checked out the video side of things and you're curious to see what we all actually look like when we're doing this stuff, why not head over to the YouTube channel? Just search up Sounds Like Adventure on YouTube or check the link in the show notes and hit subscribe while you're there. But hey, in the meantime, I'll catch you in the next episode of Sounds Like Adventure.